Hello, everybody. Um, it's October 3rd, 2018 today. Or day 2.145 or something like that, 154. Um, just want to give a little bit of an update. YouTube channel is one trans at middle age. I'm still middle aged. I'm 46. I still am not sleeping, and it's gone beyond annoying. I guess I do sleep. Usually the first part of the night I sleep 1 to 2 hours, and then I wake up, and then I go back to sleep, and I wake up, and I go back to sleep, and I wake up. And last night was particularly annoying. I ended up looking at my watch, which I shouldn't have done. Little Fitbit here keeps track of my times, and so I guess I try not to look at it because then you wake up and you're like, I gotta go back to sleep. But it keeps track of how many times I wake up, and I think out of a 7-hour stretch, I think I got 4 hours and something total, and then I was awake for, I think it was like an hour and 50 minutes of that total. So not much sleep at all. And done everything I could think of. Talked to my endocrinologist today because something's going on. We got to figure out what it is. And cortisol is what the culprit we think is. Now, why in the hell cortisol after my surgery? I don't know. But we're going to try a different approach. She's changing my what I eat. And so in the morning, I am going to have a serving of protein powder. And she suggested that I do the majority of my food intake in the morning, and that will help with the cortisol. Apparently, during the night, your cortisol level goes up as you get closer to waking up, and I guess that's what stimulates you and wakes you up. And then in the morning, you have all this energy, right? Your cortisol level's up. My issue is that my cortisol level spikes at 2 in the morning and it wakes me up, and then I can't go back to sleep. Try as I might. Drugs, prescription drugs, I should say, meditation, breathing. We've done a lot of different things, and so I don't know. It's annoying. We're going to try this though and see if it works. So I'm on 2 or 3 different things to help me sleep, and like I said, it's just weird. The human body is just so complex. So I just wanted to share that, and we'll see how that goes. And I do appreciate suggestions and just, hey, hang in there. In some ways we're all different. In some ways we're very much the same in our transition. I found out one of the ladies in our support group is also having a bit of a tough time post-op, and I don't know. Is it worth it? Yeah, but shit, I wish I could sleep and masturbate too. That would be my other thing. Just between you and me, I'm having a hard time. No pun intended. I don't know. Don't climax. Don't feel it. What else is going on? I applied for 5 different jobs last week, and gotten, I think, 3 or 4 rejection letters. So now's not the time. Just, I don't know. I feel a general sadness in my life right now, and could it be sleeping? Could it be not sleeping, rather? Could it be different things? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm doing my best to push through it. I'm very sad though. I'm very sad. What else can I tell you? Lonely. Little. Of course, I'm a ball of energy now to be in a relationship. It makes me wonder, will I ever meet somebody? I signed up for OkCupid, and well, I'm a popular person. The thing was quiet for hours. Now it's like alive. What was I gonna say? Oh, people click on your picture, and it just makes me wonder, are they just looking at your picture and clicking on it and then reading in your profile? And I say in mine, I'm transgender and post-op and whatnot. And, is that such a turnoff? Yeah, that's where it ends. I like to be optimistic. I like to think that it will happen one day. I mean, we will persist. Really, I guess that's about it. Just tired. My mom tried to cheer me up the other day and tried to talk to me about. She said that this is milk, by the way. She said something that she thought that some of my depression or anxiety about working in the office, because normally I worked at home. I worked at home for a number of years, or a year or two. Now I'm going back into the office. And of course, this is after my surgery and whatnot, full time. So she said something to the effect of that I had grown. It wasn't tired of being a woman or being complacent, presenting as a woman or whatnot. It's like I had reached a point where other people assume that I'm a woman. I'm not trying to convince anybody. Now, you be the judge. I'm too close to the center of it to really tell. But excuse me, especially when I belch like that. But my mom was trying to say something like I had gotten not bored with it or complacent, but to dress up and go into the office and I mean, she might be onto something, but I don't know. Like I said, at this point, I'm just so damn tired all the time, and your mind can't think and everything else. So, and just a sadness, I'd say. I had a conversation with my ex-wife last night, and we both were kind of comparing notes about 2 years after our divorce, what we were up to and our jobs and whatnot. And I said to her that part of me would just love to go work at the grocery store, or Walmart, and just be my job has gotten somewhat complex and more than I don't know. It's not a matter of just showing up and being there. It's a lot of thinking, and I guess I have a hard time now thinking and concentrating. But also, like I said, complex, and part of me wants that non-complexity of showing up and I was a stockman for a number of years in Florida at Publix, and it's a little bit of brain power, but I don't know, there's just something attractive to me about that, about maybe not having so much responsibility, but being a warm body somewhat. And yeah, I mean, you could say, well, you wouldn't be happy with it, you wouldn't be challenged. You're probably right, and probably the financial side of it too. And that's part and parcel of where I'm at now. Is um, uh, somewhat stuck. I have to make so much money to pay the bills and whatnot. And when you're single or you're 20 something, you don't have a child, I mean, you have a little bit more mobility that you can do that. And I don't know, there's a part of me that just, like I said, just wanted to, go apply at the grocery store, and whatever money I make, I put towards my bills. And I don't know, not a very constructive way to live. And like I said, I'm responsible for my daughter, so I have some obligations there. Really, I think that's just about it. I will say, if I could, there are times where I feel like I've backpedaled somewhat in this transition. And it's only been in the last six months. I feel like I've backpedaled some. And I'll show you what I mean. When I go into the office, I get hot. So what I'll do is I'll put my hair back, okay? And I can be working at my computer or whatnot and walking around, and I don't, I just don't feel the feminine vibe, for lack of a better word. And my bra is a bit padded, and I don't wear a bra at home here, so I mean, it's like I don't feel like I have a chest, and I don't know. Like I said, it's a bit less feminine or whatnot, and yet, I'm treated as a woman, Today I got a flu shot, and again, as unfeminine as I felt at the time, walked in and it was, hello, ma'am, why don't you have a seat? Which arm would you like, hon? Da 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 da. It was, and she said, thank you, Miss, thank you, Robin. You have a good day, and I don't know. So I probably babbled on long enough. I am doing a bit of a change in my diet too. Dinner tonight was a salad and a little bit of mac and cheese. I made mac and cheese for my daughter, and green beans. And I'm going to try to replace, the bulk of my eating is going to be in the day, and that'll be protein and everything, but also getting back into some salads and whatnot. So I'm hoping to lose some weight and be exercising and everything. Today I just couldn't get on the treadmill. My body hurts. And that's really about it. So just checking in. We'll see. Supposedly, eventually my body will get back into a rhythm, and the cortisol and everything should, it's weird to think that my ass is getting kicked by not sleeping. It's something I always took for granted. Lay in bed and read and fall asleep, and you sleep for 7 or so hours and you wake up and it's the next day. And for me, it's almost, torturous during the night. Just lay there and wake, and you're like, okay, go to sleep. Okay, go to sleep. Breathe, inhale, exhale, hold your breath, get zenny, meditate, go to sleep, and you just lay there like an idiot. But that's my story. I guess that's really all I can share with you. You know, my therapist had asked me a question as to, like, going down the laundry list of all the things that's going on in my life where I'm anxious, anxiety, and depression and whatnot. And she's like, "You didn't feel this way a year ago, did you?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, what happened?" I said, "I had GCS." She's like, "Yeah, you did." You know, um, I don't know. Don't know, my friends. All right. Well, I appreciate the bandwidth, and stay tuned. I'm still here. I'm supposed to not have screen time after 8 o'clock, and obviously it's after 8. You can tell by the room here, so I'm technically cheating. And that was the other thing she had said: no screen time after 8, and no TV. I'm going to be reading. Can read a little bit, but really to get my brain to stop thinking, to shut down, and then that's supposed to help me sleep too. And that's all I can think of. So I guess I better sign off so I'm not cheating. And we'll see how the night goes. It is weird, I will say that, to like go to bed and have an 8 hour block of time and you don't sleep. And you know your body's tired, you know. Anyway, till next time. Good luck to you all. Good luck in becoming the best version of yourself as you define it. And I will try the same, and hopefully one day we'll make it. All right. Bye-bye.